Composure is the one thing that's gonna 10x your social life. It's gonna make you charismatic and it's gonna make everyone around you respect you. Composure means owning yourself, being relaxed in your own frame. I can't even remember the last time that evil voice in my mind said stuff like, "You're a loser, but you gotta pump your chest full of air to make everyone believe you're the cool guy." And that facilitates me being relaxed in my own frame. And ever since I've done this, my social life is on steroids. It's so much better. And that's exactly what I want for you as well. Because you see, social relaxation is basically the only thing you need to solve every social issue you're ever gonna encounter. So unless you can step into that right now, make it a priority in your life. It's vital to understand the difference between the social flavor you can bring to the table when you step into this trait, into this zone, in opposition to like the toxic and the stinky aura you have when you don't. So let me teach you some social science. People tend to respect others that have something they want, but they can't have. And in our case, this is composure and confidence. Wanna be the coolest person in the room? Just step into that. Be relaxed, embrace everything, and you will be. And this is kind of the illusion a lot of people fall into. They're doing this cringe thing where they're trying to manspread and to obey these laws of confidence just to make other people believe they are confident. And this is repelling, this is cringe, as I said. No one really buys into that, except for a few insecure people, but it is what it is. 99% of the insecure people are trying to improve their social lives by scamming everyone, just like that, as we already talked about, trying to pump themselves up, trying to learn about social skills. In their minds, they're literally, "I'm a loser, I don't respect myself, so let's just try to attract people." And the easiest way to do it is to just learn some manipulative social skills in order to make them validate us, right? Because we're gonna just compliment them, we're gonna make them feel good and appreciated, and then maybe, just maybe, they're gonna like us and they're gonna do the same in return. They believe this is gonna cure everything for them. And in this pursuit, they're trying to improve, right? They're trying to evolve. And this is the first big mistake they're doing. Trying. Trying is being needy, is being desperate about something. There is also a healthy way of trying, but these people are not doing that healthy approach at all. I'm telling you that. They are needy, they are desperate, and as I said in previous videos, neediness is a social repellent. Everyone senses neediness, there is no hiding it. The only way to not be perceived as being needy is to not be needy in the first place. And oh my god, like, people spend so many years trying to chase charisma in the hopes that they will get validation. But the pursuit of charisma is not something that you search on the outside. There are no tips and tricks that can learn you charisma, because charisma is tailored to you personally. You can be charismatic while being loud, you can be charismatic while being quiet, you can be charismatic while talking all the time, you can be charismatic by never talking. It's literally not something, not a one size fits all, you know. This is something very tailored to every single one of us. So no one can really teach us charisma. And people waste years, people waste lifetimes chasing stuff like this. And they're chasing it out there where it's been in here all along. But Alex, I'm just quiet if I'm not trying, if I don't put effort into it. Well, what's the issue with being quiet? Being quiet can be cool. Like, there are so many movies, I'm sure you've already watched a lot of movies where there is this fantastic, cool, badass introvert character that's really quiet and reserved. Why can't you be like that? Well, if you're anxious all the time, then yeah, you cannot be cool while being quiet and reserved. But when you own yourself being quiet and reserved, all of a sudden you're cool. You're even cooler than if you were just to try and please everyone and just be the funniest person in the room. Because trying too much, you end up being too over the top. People pick up on that and they don't respect you. The only way you get the respect of others is if you just embrace yourself. And that might mean not being the center of attention at all. You have to be okay with that. Now, let's talk about the opposite of this. Let's talk about the people that are naturally charismatic. Do you think they ever studied charisma? Do you think they know any tips and tricks from how to win friends and influence people? Or do you think they watched any video from Charisma on Command or any one of my videos or similar creators? Absolutely not. They know nothing. Like, literally, the charismatic people probably don't even know what charisma actually is. They are unable to define it. Yet they have it. They know nothing about it. And this is what confidence looks like as well. Confident people don't really know all of these confidence tips and tricks we know, because we've been in the position of not being confident and trying to become confident. We have taken the wrong path through learning all of these tips and tricks and trying to reverse engineer everything, overcomplicating everything, when in fact it was all about not putting a lot of effort into this and just embracing ourselves. And then confidence, charisma, all of these nice social traits come naturally, because this is just the way it worked for these naturally charismatic people as well. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and try to think of a friend of yours that's naturally charismatic, right? They get a lot of validation and attention from other people. And think of their behavior. Now try to picture yourself acting like that around other people. It probably feels uncomfortable. It probably feels unnatural. You are too vulnerable. You are too exposed. You don't feel comfortable in this situation whatsoever. It's something that you can't ever be like. Why? Why can't you be comfortable while being vulnerable? What do you think will happen? Truthfully, nothing will happen, but you don't really want to believe it, right? Because you're so attached to this fake reality your brain created that's just trying to keep you safe, to keep you blending in, just being an NPC. It's nice, it's safe like that. But there is a part of you that doesn't want that. There is a constant struggle between the part of you that wants you to be more social, more to have a better social life in general, and the part of you that just wants you to stay safe and to stay an NPC. They're just battling all the time. It's time for the good one, for the new one to step in. And the only way you're gonna convince yourself that there is a reality in which you are different than you've been for the entirety of your life is by taking the courage to embrace uncomfortability. Take the courage to be loud. Take the courage to be quiet. Try to embrace whatever comes up, whatever feelings come up, whether you're triggered or not, whether you're bored. Embrace everything. Try to lead a conversation. Try to allow yourself to be led by others. Try to be quiet. Try to be loud. Try to be chatty. Try to be reserved. Try to be any of these things. Try to step into the exact social framework that makes you feel triggered, that makes you feel afraid, and embrace everything that comes up. You'll just realize that it was not a life or death situation. Nothing was threatening, nothing was to be afraid of. So then why do you react like you're at gunpoint? At this point you should ask yourself some deep questions. Why does your entire body freeze? Why do you feel so tense for no reason? Is there any actual reason? Truthfully, no. So maybe it's time to stop believing in this fake reality and get new samples and convince yourself of the actual truth, that you can be the way you truly feel like being. Embracing your natural way of being doesn't kill you, it doesn't do anything bad to you. In fact, it gets you the respect of others, and this is the irony here. You've been trying to get the respect of others by chasing things on the outside. You're just gonna get the respect of others when you stop chasing and when you embrace, because our social lives are about embracing ourselves, embracing our tendencies. And that's when you will attract the proper people as well. That's when you will have the best friendships as well. And again, maybe a part of you still believes that if you were just to embrace everything, you will be boring. No one would want to be around such a person. But truthfully, that's not the case. You could still have a fantastic group of friends, even if you think that that version of you would be boring. You could still have a 10 out of 10 partner. There are no constraints, no real constraints. The only constraints are in your mind. So get rid of them because they are dragging you down. They're not serving you whatsoever. And start embracing whatever way of social behavior comes up. And you'll see that that's such a better social experience.